Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR 08 for the PlayStation 3. And in this episode of our season as Kasey Kahne, driver of the number 9 Dodge Dealers, Dodge, we're going to Daytona for the Pepsi 400, the night race. This is our first repeat race of the season. Last episode we raced at New Hampshire and we had some tire wear issues at the start of the race. I worked that out and we managed to finish 32nd, like 2 laps down. But if anything, we're more prepared for the second New Hampshire race, which I do believe starts the chase in this season. But let's take a look at the standings before we get into this. We are 300-something points behind Mark Martin and Kyle Busch. And our only real battle is between me and Jeff Burton. I'm just trying to get wins, so I have points to start the chase. None of this actually matters anymore. We go into this race with 5 wins, though. Means we get one more, we'll tie what Kasey Kahne got in the previous season. Jimmy Johnson's on the pole next to Kevin Harvick. Then we have Greg Biffle, Jeff Burton, Kyle Busch, who's up there in the standings, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, and then Mark Martin, of course. Matt Kenseth and Jay McMurray round out the top 10. I'm going to go to the car setup because last time we ran Daytona, we had no speed. The default setup is a car that just sucks at carrying speed in the turns. I feel like that's the main issue. The problem is I don't know how to actually fix that. I've tried all kinds of stuff in setups and practicing with this game, and I've got nothing out of it. So we're just going to add some grill tape, which should, help us with top speed more, help it accelerate faster too, but hopefully it doesn't overheat. Tried 75 before and it felt like it was overheating, but I don't know. Anyhow, we're green for 40 laps. Beautiful sunset Daytona. I am going to make Michael Waltrip feel claustrophobic. Okie dokie then. And I'm going to prepare to pass these guys as they check up going to turn 1. Okay, Dale Jarrett. Nope, I'm not turning. And we're just going to sit in the draft of my teammate. For some reason, my driver waited a very long time to shift up. The car is dancing around and having a hard time holding a line. Please stop trying to dump me. Okay, we're going to pull up the track and we're going to get in the draft with David Rudiman. They do stack up in turn 3 over here. I added all this tape and the car is not drafting like it did when I practiced this race. Come on. Go fast. I guess it is decided it is not going to go fast. I hate this fucking game. Hardly anything in this game is fun. Like, I've tried all kinds of setup crap. And my car can't be competitive at super speedways. Thankfully, I've got Dale Jarrett trying to spin me out again. And now we're getting a run going. We go to the outside, that way I don't drive into those guys. I'm trying to keep this run going. It just doesn't. The car is very bad at everything a car is supposed to be good at a super speedway. No, I want that spot. No, you knock me out of the way. I want to get in the draft. Go off the track. Fuck you. I hate this game. It sucks. At everything a car should be good at a super speedway. It can't draft. It doesn't have, natural good speed. I feel like I'm driving a worse car than everyone in the field. I make adjustments and then still don't get anything out of it. And then for that matter, the physics are so terrible. The car just bobbles around at the bottom of the track. It's really difficult to hold a line in this game. Unnecessarily difficult. Off the top of my head, I can't name a game where it's harder to hold a line. Keep in mind, I freaking have won here so many times in every other fucking game, but they make it seem hard in this one. And it's really hard to just do basic shit in this game. It's not like this new Technics game. Ow. I mean, that didn't hurt, but it hurts my brain to have to try so hard to hold a line and then fail. I mean, it's pretty hard to do that in NASCAR 15 for some reason, but this one, it's way harder. And then it doesn't matter if I hold a line or not, I can't draft and keep up and whatever. Go down the track car. No, it's wiggling and wiggling and wobbling, and they are driving away, and I am running last on speed at Daytona. Well, cars are going down pit road, and they're stacking each other up super duper badly. I mean, we passed these guys before they'd even gotten to their pit stalls. So when I come back around, I should be able to put them a lap down, but I have to take pit stop myself. So I don't know about that. All depends on how fast I enter pit road. Yeah, I'm going to do that pretty quickly. Reed Sorensen is leading. I've seen Kyle Busch leading. And then maybe Mark Martin. Those are the only two I can actually think of off the top of my head. And we are low on fuel, so we do have to pit every 11 laps. Last pit stop would be lap 33 unless there's a caution. There almost always is a caution. Except the Talladega, I guess. And look at this shit. I don't do this shit. They're so terrible at just programming AI to run racing lines and shit that's what they do. Yeah, 50 miles an hour, I didn't speed in. So let's go down on the grill tape a bit. Not for any particular reason, but I wonder if like it starts to get high temperatures and then it can't run as fast at the end of run or something. It didn't make much of a difference to me. It might have just been damage my car slows down. It's so bad, man. It's the same thing with you Technics games where you start out a race from last and then your car just can't keep up on its own speed. But in this one, I can't even hold a line, so I automatically am at a disadvantage and I can't set up the car to go even faster. In Technics games, it's pretty easy to set up the car to run faster super speedways. Okay, put the mirror on so I can see what's going on around me.
Don't sweat it, buddy. Stick to the game plan.
For some reason, Brad Keselowski lookalike is trying to pass me right here. I don't know. Okay, there's no cars coming up behind me, so we just merge and run the top line. And then there's a caution. Fortunately, I'm on the lead lap. I'm 35th. I gained positions during that cycle of pit stops, and I'm not going to pit under this caution because we already did. So, who flipped themselves coming off pit road? The answer is David Strimmy. That is quite the tumble, David Strimmy. What's Bobby Labonte doing? Oh, did you see that? Jimmy Johnson was almost in on it too, but they transitioned too quickly. We're 34th. Brad Keselowski lookalike is going to get out of my way. Great restart. I need to stop hovering my finger over the brake. It's like I have to put my finger somewhere. Don't take that out of context. I'm kidding, go ahead. But you gotta put your finger freaking somewhere on a controller, and I just usually put it over the brake, but I don't ever need the brake here, so I wind up slowly edging onto it. Now I'm trying to get down the track and into the draft, but I can't be diligent enough with the steering to make that happen. We finally gained positions. I'm gonna try to get another big run, make up some more spots, and then just cock block the field for 10 laps, I guess. Yeah, they're checking up a little bit. And I am trying to drop in behind Sterling Marlin. He said, no, you're not. Oh, they're all stopping. They are all stopping. I am wiggling and wobbling, trying to prepare for whatever is happening on my screen. Please, can we just go straight? Between the lions. Holy shit. Between the lions. Yeah. That's a reference someone's going to understand. Damn, we're making up spots at this restart. This is what I wanted to happen at the start of the race. And obviously, eventually, like, they're going to let us move forward anymore, and we're just going to have to block people. I'm going to stay in Truex's draft. Doesn't matter. My car can't hold a line, so he's just going to drive away. And see, it's worth noting, if you have one car all on their own and you don't have someone's draft, you usually can't keep up with them. I don't know what the hell Dale Jr. is doing right here, but I am trying to clear him for 22nd, and I do. Let's go up the track to block the pizza. David Pizzaman. Okay. They kind of stacked up going to turn 3 that time, but not enough for me to actually capitalize. They're stacking up in the front straightaway. They did this the previous lap. See, what? This shit's so random. Whether or not they actually can keep their own freaking pace and stuff. But yeah, now we actually have a draft. The track is extremely bumpy. Which, even if the track is bumpy, it should not be that difficult to hold a line. Because you go play a different game where the track is bumpy and the car drives smoothly. Okie dokie. We're going to take this run. They're going to stack up. Okay, they did a little bit. And I don't know whether to try moving the 31 up the track. Well, yeah, I don't really have an option because I can't hold the line. So I'm just going to drive right the fuck up into him. Ugh. and we're moving. We're about to be in the position that we finished the Daytona 500, which I think was 16th, somewhere around there. And there's no one else out in front of us. I thought this was me for 14th, it's 15th, but the damn position counter is so just out of touch, out of sync. Like, I'm not going to be nosed ahead of the 43 whenever it switches to 15. Watch this. See, like that was a good half a second before I actually got my nose out ahead of. Thing is, my car has the tape, and it's still running pretty fast. And he is going down pit road. That was Juan Papa Montoya. People are already taking pit stops, because I guess they took their pit stops early before that class caution came out. And then there's a caution. I am 10th. A lot of people haven't pit yet. I might benefit from this one way or another. I'm just not sure, because those guys that were on pit road when the caution came out, they might still have to take pit stops. I have no idea. Ugh. Oh, Jimmy Johnson got to finish his flip on the other side of the track. This pit stop might take us to the end of the race. All depends on how many laps they have left to go at the restart. But, yeah. We are going to just get the 4 tires and the fuel. Kasey Mears behind me is just now getting into his pit stall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars beating me off pit road. There was some more out there. There's a weird caution summary. Such random information. I don't know what that is, but overall, it does look like we gained. It says we're 30th. We are not 30th. And the leader is not behind us. I was never a lap down. Don't do this shit to me again. Okay, well, we are on the lead lap, and we're 13th. We're going to pass Ryan Newman right here. Mark Martin is leading. Kyle Busch is up there. I mean, what the fuck? Doesn't matter how good of a race I have, they always have a better race. If I have a bad race, they have a great race. If I have a good race, they have a great race. Okay, so we're up to 11th. We do have one more pit stop to take with this many laps for sure. But it would be a short pit stop. I don't remember whether or not these AI are capable of having, 2 tire and half a tank stops and shit like that. But other games they actually start programming it. EA Sports is not notorious for programming their AI to take short pit stops. Oh my god, Ryan Newman. I'm trying to block, but I can't move my car. I don't want to turn all the way to the left. Turn a little bit to the left, and then it just doesn't move. But we're in the draft. We're up front. We have track position. It doesn't matter what track position we have. We lose the draft, and we lose the draft, and all we can do is block. Damn, this game is lagging like a mofo. Hey, Joe Nemechek is up here. Maybe he can win both the Daytona races. And I am going to keep blocking the lanes and staying in the draft, waiting for them to check up in turn 3 like usual. Oh my god, they checked up on the back straightaway. Who did that? Who caused that? What is happening? Damn it, Nemechek. I am pushing my teammate. My teammate's up here. I mean, he started up here. But now he's running even better. Well, I'm top 5. That was an interesting series of events. And now I'm losing the draft because their cars drive fast and mine does not. So there you go. It's a track position race, but having track position doesn't actually do anything with the longevity of things. Now, I kind of just have to block and try to lose the least amount of positions as possible as it plays out. I cannot go down the track. I'm going to go up the track. Oh my god. This is exactly what I mean. I can't just simply block. If I turn the car down the track, I just go driving off the track. Try to go up the track and I hit the wall, crash into somebody. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, we can run Nemechek off the track if I get close to him. I can't forcefully make my car do that because it's too hard to drive. That makes me sad. Okay, go down the track. I did go down the track. We're losing speed in the turns by having to move around so much, but we're keeping our position. That's all that matters, is keeping these guys behind us. I wouldn't be able to do this if I was leading the race. Jeff Gordon to the lead. Oh, hi, Matt Kenseth. Where did you come from? Not that I care, but it's interesting to see you now. Not Ricky Rudd. It's fun to be talking about Ricky Rudd. He's driving a flaming Snickers car. Kyle Busch has gotten back to the lead. Nope. Blocking Kenseth. And I'm losing a ton of momentum because I'm wobbling. I feel like every clip of me blocking for the lead is coming off of turn 2. And there's some of them off of turn 4. But that's because I lose speed every time I go into turn 3 and turn 1. And then I just try to build back the momentum after making all these blocks off the corner. So I'm doing that. And there's this Red Bull car that's getting a run. I can't go up the track, dang it. It's jumping around. I think car just pitted? Yeah, I just moved into 5th. I don't know what car that was. No. Get down. Get down the track, car. Why is it gotta be so hard? Like, I'm turning. I'm in my mind, I'm trying to. But the handling is... Anyways, we got a bunch of cars on pit road right now to get themselves to the end. I'm 3rd. Your leader just head down pit road, and I'm not have my red light on just yet, so I am going to finally lead a lap. I don't know if I did that earlier. I don't think so. And there go the cars behind me. I think what it is we know how unsteady the car is to drive. And it's so sensitive, the steering, that sometimes I'm not actually telling the car to do what it is that I want to do with the stick. And then by the time I finally do, I force it. It overreacts. Because I stayed out, I am the leader, and there's a caution. I have to pit under this caution. And then I'm going to get put behind like all those guys that had already pit. I feel like there's no winning in this situation. Like, there's no benefiting the way that I should. That's 2 cautions for you, Strimmy. Any cars that already pit, we're going to come out behind no matter what. We're going to come out behind a bunch of cars no matter what, so just get those 2 tires and get half a tank of fuel. Don't repair the damage. Make this pit stop as short as possible and get ourselves to the end of this freaking race. Ugh. The way NASCAR races are run and the way shit happens, it works against you completely, no matter what. Almost any time anything happens. I don't know how else to put it. Like, there's absolutely nothing I can possibly do to get to finish where I deserve. It says I'm 15th. I mean, I guess we might have a ton of cars still a lap down. I'm having a nice little good restart. There's a caution. That should end the race under caution and cause me to have a faulty result like usual. They threw the caution before the wreck even happened. Y'all can't even go straight. Ugh. Is Truex. He flipped behind us. He took a hard left and flipped his car. Great job, Truex. Well, the game said I was 15th whenever we came to the restart. Maybe it'll say like I'm 20-somethingth in the 30s, I don't know, and then it'll change the result later. What you gotta say, game? You always bone me. I won? Well, you're gonna say I finished last. We're gonna do North and South Pole. Hey, they actually got race results this time after the scoring errors. I beat Kyle Busch and Mark Martin. They did give us the win. I don't know how this shit works. I was leading when that caution first came out. And then the second caution, after I took my pit stop, while I was 15th, I don't know what position I would have been whenever we got to the line and updated, but Truex flips. I think there were already cars past the line, so I don't know where it comes from, but Kyle Busch and Mark Martin were running up front. I guess Kurt Busch was up there all race long. I didn't see much of him. Reed Sorensen was leading laps. At least he still got a good finish out of it. This is, well, I already said what I said in Michigan. So I have to find some new obscure word to describe this. My grandma would have called it some poppycock. This is some nice, good poppycock. But here are the standings after our 6th win of the season. Of course, we passed Jeff Burton in the standings. We're like 80-something points ahead of him. Then you got Mark Martin and Kyle Busch, who were just having a battle to see who is leading the standings before the chase begins. I don't think that means anything. Maybe you get a few extra points based off what position you were in going into the chase. Maybe not. I swear it's all just a matter of wins. How many wins you got or something like that. And they didn't actually give you credit for leading the standings going into the chase until 2017, when they started calling it playoffs. But the only weird guy I'm seeing in here is J.J. Yilley. I mean, I guess it's kind of strange for Bobby Labonte to run this well with the Petty Enterprises. But, I mean, Greg Biffle, Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., Clint Boyer in 2007. I'm not sure about that. But, I mean, Kevin Harvick. I don't think that Jeff Burton was this good with RCR either. But, I mean, if we look further down, there's Kenseth who's not in on it. Why is Jeff Green as high up as 16th? He was leading at one point at Daytona. I don't know if y'all saw that. Jimmy Johnson. We ain't seen shit from Jimmy Johnson. And there's Kurt Busch. And there's a lot of drivers that could be running better. And then there's all kinds of stuff mixed in between. But I'll see you guys next time whenever we go to Chicagoland for the USG Sheetrock 400. That's that, and episode over.